Well, hey everybody, it's old Lip Lock No More. I hope everyone is well. I honestly wasn't going to do any uploads on either channel this weekend. However, I've had so many wonderful comments, inquiries, praying hands, messages of love that I thought, well, let's take a yard stroll and just say hi, see how things look. And there's some mint growing under Summer Wells purple lights that you can't really see very well in the daylight. Now, if you want to see the boss, once I get in the sunlight here, kids, I can't really see what I'm shooting. If you want to see the boss, you're going to have to go over to Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction and give me a view over there. I'm using him for clickbait. He's in a short video snuggled up with Deuce McKenzie, one of the fur babies on the Rescue Channel. At least I'm honest about using clickbait. Come on. Look, guys. The lilac survived the last freeze, but we have another one coming. Hopefully it'll survive another. These iris, sorry, I was pausing. Folks are getting out of church. These iris were probably planted here, I beg your pardon, over 50 years ago. I cannot get them to bloom. I know that they're rhizomes and I need to get them above the soil. But by the time I get the rest of my big yard done, this always seems to fall by the wayside. And if you know about irises, you know that their bloom time is usually, at least here in north central Arkansas, like May and June. And you can transplant from July to September, work them from July to September. So maybe this year. They're white. I do know that because one time, like 8 years ago, one of them bloomed. This is an absolute mess in the frog garden, so I think we'll just kind of jump past it. Don't look. Hey, there's a clematis. Hey, look, it's a clematis, a purple clematis coming. So, the boss, well, on this channel, it's Bob. You know, on Furry Feline Monsters of Mass Destruction, I'm Susan and he's the boss. On Lip Lock No More, he's Bob and I'm Lip Locked No More. Tulips. Okay, here's some little grape hyacinths. I gotta go get some more mulch. Time to get new mulch. These tulips are a beautiful, very deep, dark coral color. They should be opening just about any time. There's stray gray kitty that doesn't live here but thinks it does. Now, I haven't had the opportunity to get out here and clip back the what has died back from last year's canis because of all that has been happening with Bob. So it's not going to look as pretty as I would like it to, but tulip, hyacinths, daffodil, grape hyacinths, and another tulip, more daffodils, The freeze has really stunted them, y'all. Generally, this time of year, it's much warmer. Well, by much, maybe 10, 15 degrees warmer. So all my blooms, usually, rather than a single bloom like you're seeing, there's a bunch. So that makes me kind of sad. But some blooms are better than no blooms. Here's a different form of daffodil. So the first night and following day, the boss, yesterday, the boss had quite a bit of pain. By quite a bit, I mean a lot. Baby's breath. A lot. But he's much better today. He had a nice hot bath last night. And at one point, bless his heart, he said, "I've never been this helpless in my entire life." And I said, "Well, if the shoe was on the other foot, you'd do the same for me, wouldn't you?" And he smiled and said, "Of course I would." I said, "Well, there's your sign." So, anyway, I just wanted to let you guys know that we have been using the generosity that you have extended to us through your gifts and gift cards wisely. We have a long road ahead of us, and like I told you, I think it was on a live stream on Furry Feline Monsters. I'm not sure now. All the days kids have kind of bled together here lately. However, if we need you, don't doubt for a minute I'm going to be reaching out. In the meantime, we're fine. And we will go back and see Dr. Head, our orthopedic surgeon, next week. Bob is in a splint wrapped with an ace bandage. The surgery took 4.5 hours. Quite a bit longer than originally anticipated. However, if you haven't heard me tell you, we're going to walk past some things, by the way, sidebar, that don't look quite so pretty right now because I haven't been able to tend to them. But I want to look at the flowering quince. The really good news, if you haven't heard it before, is that all 3 nerves which had been severed right where they branch off from the main trunk at Bob's wrist, the very worst place they could possibly have been severed, along with the tendon that moves his thumb. Okay. Our doctor was able to retrieve and reconnect, if I don't know the real term, but all 3 nerves and the tendon. The nerves will regenerate at the growth, according to the surgeon, at about the same rate as our hair grows. So, based on how much regrowth Bob needs with his nerves, about 2 months, and the nerves will be regenerated if all goes well, and it's looking good, you guys. It's looking really good. Okay? It's all looking good. Now, Dr. Head says it won't be the thumb, the hand that Bob had before, because the surgery required, and I don't want to be graphic. Okay? So, let's just say more than originally anticipated. But my man, our man, Bob, the boss, he's going to be fine. I am fine. God has us in his hands. And of that, I am absolutely sure. I love you all. I've been unable to do any serious work insofar as the artificial intelligence and the Elephant in the Room series. Our next live will most likely be just a gather up to regroup, reconnect, chat, hang out for a while. And then as Bob Daly gets better, I'm going to get back to work for Summer Wells, who went missing on the 15th of June of 2021 from her home at 110 Ben Hill Road in the early afternoon hours, we're told. She was 5 at the time she disappeared. If she's still alive, she's 7 now. Blonde hair, blue eyes. Height and weight unknown at this time. No known scars or birthmarks. Hashtag Summer Across America. Hashtag Summer Across America. If you have any information whatsoever that is credible in regards to Summer's disappearance or whereabouts, please call 1-800-TBI-FIND or email tips2tbi@tn.gov. This has been Lip Lock No More. Thank you for listening and taking a yard stroll with me. God bless and keep you all.